Greetings everyone, update 30, Call of the Tempestari is live on all platforms. The Call of the Tempestari quest is available for players who have completed the Deadlock Protocol quest and who also own a Railjack. Sevagoth's blueprint is rewarded upon the completion of this quest, and for those that purchase him prior to the completion of the quest, you will receive a Riven. The blueprint will also be made available from Samaris' offerings after the quest completion. Tied to the quest is also a new Somachord track available by finding the Somachord fragments within the quest. As for Sevagoth, he is available for Platinum via the market, or his parts are farmable via the next addition to Warframe, Voidstorms. While Sevagoth is available as a single purchase for 325 Platinum, you can also purchase his collection for 589 Platinum. In doing so, you will receive, of course, Sevagoth, his alternate helmet, the Epitaph sidearm, that by itself is 200 Platinum, the Syandana, and a 3-day affinity and credit booster. As for Voidstorms, they are a part of the Railjack experience, acting as Railjack's versions of Fisher missions. Voidstorms are available through both the Railjack and normal world state windows. Depending on your location for the Voidstorm, you will also receive the following unique items. The Earth, Venus, and Saturn Proxima Voidstorms reward pieces of the sidearm Epitaph, while the Neptune, Pluto, and Veil Proxima reward pieces of Sevagoth. Each region will also host a different relic type. Earth Proxima and Venus Proxima will host Lith relics, Saturn Proxima will host Mesa relics, Neptune will host Neo relics, and both Pluto and the Veil Proxima will host Axii relics. Moving onwards, Mirage now has a deluxe skin that can be purchased for 165 Platinum, and it does not have a collection. Purchasing the deluxe skin will also give you 2 unique Mirage deluxe animations, and as usual they are Noble and Agile. Digital Extremes have also added 5 new pieces of fan art to the Orbiter's fan art section and display options. Lastly, for additions with update 30, Digital Extremes have added a Railjack instant access pack to their website that contains 250 Platinum, a Railjack, the Sun Gem Railjack skin, 4 crew slots, and a 7-day resource booster. They have noted that this will automatically complete the Archwing quest, and if you wish to experience it, you can replay the quest via the Codex. As for the Railjack changes, with update 30, DE have increased the affinity reward for each Orphix to scale between 1000 to the maximum of 2000 at level 60. Railjack Earth Proxima's Lota Temple, Ogle Cluster, Korm's Belt, and Bendar Cluster now have a guaranteed point of interest, with a note that point of interest are needed for Voidstorm gameplay to ensure Void Fishes spawn to collect reactant. Sigils can now be equipped on crewmates via the appearance screen, and they have added more unique Railjack crew descriptions. As for the game's overall changes, the Clan Dojo room limit of 128 is now visible for Dojo Architects. When viewing the Dojo Transporter menu, the room you're currently in will appear faded out with an arrow next to it to indicate that you are in that room. Korra's Whip Claw line of sight checks are now a little more generous. They recently changed this, and they've said the following: no longer will small rocks or detailed floor geometry block Whipclaw's explosion. Enemies that hide behind cover will not be hit by Whipclaw if you hit the front of the object that enemies are hunkering down behind. However, if you strategically hit beside them, you will vanquish your foes. Brood Mother Maggots now spawn less and less frequently the longer they're alive to mitigate exploitative gameplay. DE have removed unreleased Corpus Captura scenes from non-existent crates, as shown in the public drop tables, and Acolytes will no longer spawn underwater in the submersible Steel Path missions due to the water killing them instantly. As for the optimizations with update 30, DE improved network performance for all platforms, made optimizations towards the Gratler effects that were affecting GPU time, with a note that they've also scaled down the Gratler projectile size to further improve performance. A micro optimization was made when opening the invite panel, and a micro optimization to core engine code. As for the Railjack fixes, DE fixed endless affinity gain from crew repairs by sitting in a mission and allowing the Railjack to take damage while your crew collects cleans up, with a note that affinity granting repairs from crewmates now has a cap of 20 per mission. They fixed Corpus Railjack fighters endlessly spawning, resulting in exploitative farming. They fixed the new Railjack armaments Glazio, Lathe, Talon, and Vought at any tier, only returning 25 Endo when scrapped, with a note that upon login, players who sold the Glazio, Lathe, Talon, Vought armaments will receive the respective Endo difference per tier up to a maximum of 40,000 Endo returned, which is roughly equal to 200 armaments scrapped, with an added note that our reasoning for the cap correlates to the Corpus Fighter spawn exploit that was used to endlessly acquire items, including armaments. They also fixed the host migration while streaming into a Railjack mission, resulting in an infinite load tunnel, Necromax not counting as being inside the capital ship airlock, which is needed to continue the mission, various functionality issues related to being outside the Railjack as the operator, enemies not spawning and capital ship turrets not firing during the weak point destruction phase of the volatile mission, objective markers for points of interest occasionally remaining active after completing it, missing Railjack loading tunnels and an incorrect skybox for clients who load in faster than the host, the on-call crew members not attacking or repositioning when in melee range of an enemy. They fixed Railjack crew assigned to the pilot position not staying near the Corpus capital ship after approaching it and having to destroy the scan points. They fixed becoming stuck in the Railjack load tunnel when attempting to start a Sanctuary Onslaught mission while in the Railjack star chart, clients experiencing the screen shake and sound effect of Void Hole when cast by the host, Necromax not despawning in the Railjack when returning to the dry dock. They fixed the description for the Railjack drift maneuver on controller being incorrect, with a note that instead of reading press and hold LS to drift, it now properly reads tap LB while boosting to drift. They also fixed a momentary black screen occurring when viewing your companion loadout while in the arsenal in the dry dock, an issue where the names of elite Corpus fighters in the Val Proxima were appearing as Tyro instead of Orm, getting pushed out of the Corpus cruise ship and into Arkwing when standing under a moving elevator within the cruise ship, clients not seeing the visual dash effect of Corpus elite fighters, Oryx Polaris and Oryx Culveri mowers counting for Demolus killed in the end of mission player stat screen for Corpus Railjack missions, crewmate transmissions affecting other NPC transmissions, the Railjack docks always colliding with itself and causing a direction change when moving fast enough forward. They fixed sentinels equipped with vacuums sucking in items that can't be used when piloting the Railjack, a primary and secondary crosshair being overlapped with the melee crosshair in the dojo after returning to the dry dock from a Railjack, intrinsic text in the end of a mission screen being squished together, a script error that could occur in rare cases when returning to the relay dry dock, a rare script error that could occur if you entered the Railjack loading tunnel just as the Stalker or a group of Syndicate assassins arrived. They fixed a script error when a client interacts with the Plexus on the host orbiter, and a harmless script error that could occur when aborting from specific types of Railjack encounters. As for the game's overall fixes, with Update 30, DE fixed Eximus enemies no longer having drops due to the recent move of Oberon and Ash blueprints to Railjack, with a note that for now, Eximus drop tables will reflect their normal variants, and that DE are experimenting with some other potential drop avenues and making improvements to Eximus overall on the heels of this change. It also fixed the scenario where you could force the Acolytes to spawn in a Cambion Drift Steel Path mission at level 30 instead of the intended Steel Path level 100 plus. The scenario where dying while in Void Rig's guard mode could prevent player movement, they fixed enemies unable to target Titania when Reeve via Helmet Subsume is cast while Razorwing is active, melee guidance not being affected by aura strength mods, which was causing Ash's Bladestorm clones, also Mirage and Equinox clones to give you temporary melee combo duration buffs from their auras. They fixed the Deimos Captura scenes found in hidden areas under Deimos not being sellable or tradable, an incorrect wording for the Deimos Heart Captura scene description, the Halakar Wraith not having the correct Riven disposition, an inability to chat link the Halakar Wraith. They fixed the Necromech and Arkwing affinity gained, not displaying for the host player if the Necromech was dead at the time of the mission completion, Allied Spectres getting stuck in perpetual weapon swap animations, the world state window always displaying that there are 5 Steel Path incursions despite completing some or all of them, Zephyr getting stuck stuck in her dive bomb animation when going through a Sanctuary Onslaught portal, the mission progress screen showing incorrect amounts of standing earned after completing a bounty phase. They fixed the Nautilus Wings Sentinel attachment not respecting the chosen energy color, typing while extracting from a mission causing the text to appear both in the chat and in the end of mission rewards search bar, an incorrect in-game market icon for the Baza Prime stock, missing breed types for the Vaska Kavat imprints. They fixed text in the Laverian dioramas being very difficult to read when using a light UI theme such as Nidus, Orokin, and Tenno. They then fixed the Imperator Festive Syandana attaching to Octavia Prime's back, not her neck like the other Imperator Syandanas, audio issues with the Morga Alternate Fire, with the Helicar Wraith, a script error occurring during the Voxelaris quest when attempting to detonate the K-bomb, a script error when casting Mirage's Sleight of Hand ability, a script error related to the Sentient Omnidirectional Laser Attack, and lastly, for update 30, DE fixed a harmless script error that could be caused when a Cheza Kubrau attempts to neutralize an enemy. That was update 30 patch notes, Call of the Tempestari, changes, additions, fixes, and whatnot. There is the information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.